Sensation back at you. I'm on the hunt again. Oh, it's your favorite videos. It's mine too. I love going on the hunt. So we're not doing thrift stores or anything today. We're doing another marketplace buy. And I did a marketplace buy last night, but it was dark and I didn't take my camera, and I probably should have, because I smoked one hell of a deal on two Predator NVMe Gen 4 drives. That's right, two of them. I got them for a little less than you pay for one of them things, and they were brand spanking new. So we nailed it on a couple NVMe's. Today we're going after what was going to be some parts, basically a couple of graphics cards, because I need those. But we're going to go ahead and pick up the case, the motherboard, the power supply, the processor, and the memory. All right, so I'm a lucky one today because I get to go on the most beautiful part of my rides. We're going up what's called State Road 471 right here in Central Florida. And it's one of my favorite parts because of the state parks. And we got Colt Creek State Park right here, which is, oh, sorry about that, which is infamous for the green swamp. That's right. And this is all right by my house. I live in what's called the Hillsborough River Reservoir. So it's where Tampa gets its water from. This dumps off into 4 or 5 rivers in Florida. So if you could see back past these trees, that's all swampland. So all this is the green swamp water management area, and you can probably see down there a little bit. It'll be filling in real good because we're in rainy season, but this is the kind of driving I like right here. I mean, this is just beautiful scenery, and it's Florida at its best, in my opinion. So here we go. There's our small extra box there. It says, I don't know, extra small Home Depot. So I don't want to show you their information. But there's the motherboard. All this stuff's clean, so we don't need to clean it up. The 2 graphics cards over here. There's our Dell power supply. The memory is Ripjaw. Oh, is she DDR4? PC4, DDR4 right there. And that is a 16 gig module. No, 8 gig, 8 times 2. So that is 8 gig modules. And there's our case right there. It's going to need a little bit of cleanup. And I think that IO shield might fit this. Maybe it fits this Alienware. Let's see if we can get our hand in and get it. If we can get it out of there, we'll see. Needs a little bit of cleaning, but it's a beautiful case, you guys. You'll see it when we get it in there. I'm hoping this fits this. No, it doesn't. Dang it. That means I ain't got an IO shield for that board. Well, shit. We'll figure something else out for it. We'll just have to see what the board is first. Maybe we can transfer it to a different motherboard or something. But we'll see. Alright, so despite the big case, we'll go over that in a few minutes. First, we're going to test some parts. I'm going to show you what we got here before we test it. So that's an Alienware IPC FL-SC Rev A66. Pretty sure it's an Intel. It takes DDR4 memory because a G-Skill fit it just fine. This power supply probably come with it because it is a Dell power supply, fully modular. And I always have trouble finding the wattage on these dang things for some reason. I know it's more than 140. I don't know. I don't even feel like looking. 850 watts. That's the output on it. So I believe this takes M.2 drives, which is good because we have one of those conveniently to test it. The motherboard looks fine. I don't see any capacitors or anything that should jump out at me. Someone replaced the liquid cooler with that because Dell would have had a liquid cooler on these Alienwares. I'm thinking this case fan is either out of that big case or it's out of the Alienware. And I'm pretty sure these are the Alienware power cables right here. So you see that? All this cable mess. And of course the SATA cables here and the CPU power. So I don't know that we're going to test that power supply with it. One of the biggest reasons I bought it though, that's a GTX 1070 Ti. This one's the mystery. I'm trying to see what it says on it. Sometimes they'll tell you on the stickers or they'll have it stamped somewhere. I don't know why they didn't make it obvious on these blower cards. That man didn't even know what he had. He said he couldn't remember. So I know we got a 6 and a 8-pin powered GeForce GTX card. It's a blower card, so we'll power it up first to see what we got since we don't know what we got. So I'm going to set you guys and gals up on a tripod. Alright, we got the CPU fan spinning, but not the GPU fan. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with that CPU power on the, or the GPU power on the motherboard. So I'm gonna bet that's probably what it is, and there ain't no extra cable. Ooh, we just spun up super fast. That's good. That means that it's detecting the memory, and we got a caps light on the motherboard, but we ain't posting nothing because we can't see nothing. I'm gonna put a graphics card that don't take power in it real quick, and we're gonna try that. I can shut it off, I'm sure, by pulling this. I'm gonna let it run for just a minute though. It didn't power my mouse, but it's got the keyboard powered nicely. So that's good. But I think we're gonna need that cable to run these bigger graphics cards. So let me cut you on when I figure that out. All right, we ain't scared. We messed around till we got it to post for us. So there it is. A failing component on your system that requires immediate attention. Go to support assist. So what is it? The top fan has failed to respond correctly. That's because we ain't got no damn fans hooked up. Come on, Dill. It'll give you a barcode to scan too, but it's lighting up an R7, which is a 7th generation, so that's going to be a 7th gen Intel board. More than likely, would be my guess. Probably has a 7700K in it. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. We're going to try to get into the BIOS on this thing. I don't know if it's going to let me. I just continued on through there, and we went back to a black screen. I'm going to have to figure out what that plug is that says GPU PWR. Oh, there we go. Oh, 8th gen Core i7-8700 at 3.2 gigahertz. CPU speed sitting at 3200 megahertz. We have our memory right here, 16 gigs, so both sticks are showing. We don't have a hard drive in it, but we're going to throw one in it real quick. The date and time is right on it. And look at that, boys and girls. We have an 8th gen Alienware Aurora R7 right here. Alright, we got our high power running right here, 1000 watts going at this bad boy for our GeForce GTX. I'm going to show you guys what I bought last night too. We lit up. But let's get our Ethernet working so we can get drivers in this card here. The worst part's I don't know what the graphics card is. Let's go to device manager. You think Windows might automatically pick up my drivers for it? I don't know. Let's go update it. search automatically, search Windows update. I don't know what the graphics card is, so we kind of got to do that. It doesn't have any DVI ports, so it would have been whatever come with the 8th gen. I'm gonna almost bet you it's a 1070. Well, it's downloading the NVIDIA display, so we're at 10% right now, so it is gonna download it. So we'll see what card we got before we swap over and test our 1070 Ti. And then I'll recap it, tell you how much money I got in it. Yeah, say game ready driver. I'm gonna click on the NVIDIA app because that's what we had on here testing it, was the 1660 Ti. So we're gonna get the drivers in for this and see what it is. Some of you might already know. I don't. The card's very clean, very quiet. It is a blower card, so we know it's an old one. And this is on my 4th gen gigabyte board that has the i7-4790 in it with 16 gigs of RAM. And let me show you the hard drives I picked up last night, and let me tell you what I paid for them. They were brand new in the box. They are steel sealed, and look at these. Predator 2 terabyte GM7000 Gen 4 ×4 M.2. So I picked up 2 of them brand new in the box for the low price of $120. Oh, that poor feller discounted this blower card as not being nothing but like a little 1060 or something. When I looked at the power pins on it, I knew it was more than that. I guessed a 1070 Ti. I was wrong. Let me show you what it is. We'll go to my rig right here. We have, why don't it show it under my rig? It just says game ready driver. It tells me what our CPU and stuff is. Performance is right there. Graphics. What do they put it under? Come on. Is it under the home? We'll go to the home. It doesn't matter. I know what we have. So we'll click right here. If you can see that, we have a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. That's even better than our 1070 Ti that we got. It is a blower card, and I don't think the man knew what he had, and he obviously discounted the blower card as not being nothing because you couldn't tell what it was. There wasn't a sticker or anything on it. He said he didn't know. He said he knew that the better card was his 1070 Ti. Well, apparently when he tested this, he didn't bother to put the drivers in to see what it was, because this one is even better than the 1070 Ti because it is a 1080 Ti. So why not run Nova Bench or something on it? There's a huge difference in this card's performance versus the 1660 Ti. 581 on the graphics versus 308 on the graphics. We went 874 on the CPU versus 855 on the CPU. So you can see we got our 2 terabyte GM7000 right there SSD. That's going to be our Predator. I put one of them in here to test it. They were brand new, but you still want to test them. The boxes were sealed. So where does that going to rank us with this on the old 4th gen Intel? 69% of all, ranks higher than 69% of all systems tested. Solid green, no stutters, bottlenecks, or nothing. So what a nice pickup for this one. So that's on our first card, which was the blower card, and we ended up scoring a GTX 1080 Ti. So at this time, we're going to shut it down. I was thinking our prize card of this one was the 1070 Ti that we still need to test, and we'll do that next. But unbelievably, we scored a 1080 Ti with this one. This thing still benches great, even on Nova Bench. It is right up there with the what is it that I test? I don't even think the 2070 Supers tested that high on Nova Bench. In fact, I know they didn't. They're around 503. So 583. This card will still game today, guys and gals, and I ain't even kidding you. That 1080 Ti is still a beast today in its own right. Wonder how it'll do with my 3rd gen 3770s. It does good with the 4th gen. That 4790 didn't seem to bottleneck it on Nova Bench, so that was good. I'm going to cut you guys off. We're going to unplug this card and switch over to the next. All right, as you can see from this one, we went a 395 on our 1070 Ti. So we definitely didn't hit nowhere near the 1080. And I'll show you that in a second. 1080 went a 581. Our 1070 Ti went a 395 and a 308 for our 1660 Ti. So it looks like the numbers are right here. We went a 1624 total. So with the 1070 Ti, we rank higher than 64% of all systems tested. We're green all the way down the board on it. So everything looks good with both graphics cards. I don't see any issues with them. They were a great score. We got a GTX 1070 Ti as well as a GTX 1080 Ti. And they both tested good here on Nova Bench, so I'm happy about that. We're going to shut this stuff down now because I am going to get the case up here and see how much cleanup it needs, and we'll try to figure out which direction we want to go on a build. I'm pretty sure I can probably get on eBay and find an IO shield for that Alienware board that we got today with this stuff, that 8th gen Alienware. I'm pretty sure I can probably do that. And we can probably build an 8th gen system out of it. Did I say it was a big ass case? I truly meant that. There's the top of it. I can see that the fans go on the back of it. First time I've owned a case like this. If it had the corner on it, I would say it was one of those height cases, but I don't know. There's the logo right there. USB 3.0, USB-C, headphones, power button up here. Seems to click. I don't know what comes off here. This is loose, so does that mean the glass comes out? Or does the top come off of it? Maybe the top comes off. I don't know. Looks like the top does slide off of it. When you slide the top off of it, you have a magnetic strip up here, and then it opens up to nothing, but I don't really see installing a motherboard that way. So I would think that the... Well, that screen just slides out of there. That's pretty cool. But how does this glass come off? Does all the glass come off? How does that work? What's the science here? Oh, back here we got another panel that, man, I need to figure out what kind of case this is because I've never seen one like it. I'm gonna let you guys and gals comment on it before I tear it down. But it's got a Ryzen CPU cooler sitting in there. There's some kind of Logitech thing in the back. There's cables, there's parts, there may be even some of the stuff we were missing for the other one. We have no fans in it though. And we could do a liquid cooler up here if we wanted to. Probably a 360 millimeter. That's kind of cool, huh? Well, we got the glass in the front, so it is a modern case. You guys are probably laughing at me because I don't know how this glass comes out of here. And it's tempered glass, so a guy don't want to take a chance of breaking it. And I don't know how the back comes off. I know how the top comes off. It had a couple screw panels in it. And I'm pretty sure that the rest of it would come apart the same, similar way. But there's a gasket behind that. Let me see if I can see on the back side of it. I'm not going to get too detailed in it because I got to clean it up and I got to figure out how we're going to build it. Because I really don't know yet. There's definitely some trash in there. But there's cables, wires, parts. I mean, what is this guy right here? See if we can stand him up. I know what that is. That's an I/O shield. But what is this guy that fan's stuck on? Does he bolt in here somewhere? That guy? I don't know. Brand new SATA cables. Lots of SATA cables. Ton of screws. I'm going to bet that Logitech's a mouse. Maybe, I don't know why they'd stuff a mouse in there, but who knows about people. But it looks like all the parts for the case is in it. The case looks brand new. It is a little bit dirty, so we're going to have to clean on it, but it looks pretty much brand new. So I'm going to have to figure out my cooling solutions, what build is going to go actually in here. I don't know that I'm going to put the 8th gen Alienware setup in here. Maybe we build it something bigger. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to think about it. But I do like the case. And all in all, with our with our 1070 Ti, our 1080 Ti, or obviously this case right here, and our working Alienware R7, or no, yeah, be an Aurora R7. So Alienware Aurora R7 motherboard, processor, and memory that all works. I am all in for $240. So that's the price tag I give for them, and I would say that the 1070 Ti and the 1080 Ti more than make up for the $240. So that means the case, the Dell power supply, everything for the Alienware basically, but the Alienware Aurora case. So who knows, maybe I'll look for a Aurora R7 case and put one back together, but I know those things had problems with cooling, so we might not go down that route. The other thing I'm going to do is look for an I/O shield that will fit, look for an aftermarket one on eBay that'll fit the R7 board. But that's it. Once again, look inside here. That may have, I don't know how this is on RGB or nothing. We'll have to get it tore down all the way to see that. And I'll let you know after I get it tore down exactly what we got. That's going to do it for the video, though. I hope you like this one. Another marketplace score, and this time we didn't get screwed too bad. Or at all. And I'm going to say at all. I thought paying $240 might be a little bit of a stretch at first, because I was thinking that we were getting one 1070 Ti and possibly one 1060. Well, it turns out we got a 1070 Ti, and then the other one was a 1080 Ti. So we did really good there. The hard drives, I don't know if I covered them enough, but they were two brand new Predator GM7000 2 terabyte Gen 4 SSDs. I give $120 for them, for both of them, so $60 a piece. And they were brand new. They sell for $125.99 a piece on Amazon. So we did good on that last night, and I think we did good on this stuff today. It was worth the drive to go and pick it up. Man, I'll tell you what, sometimes you strike out on Marketplace, and I did that yesterday on a motherboard. I'm not gonna lie, but I give them a little bit of money for it because I had a feeling that it probably wasn't going to work. And I really needed an AM4 board for one of our Ryzen processors, but we'll wait until we get a good one. That's a fact. That's going to do it for the video. It's been another fun one, been another fun marketplace find. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you.